Way too close.
For real? It's way too close. Ow! That butter, Jan? And then want to get back further?
That's
Push
fine.
back further?
That's good.
More? Further? Further back? Like that. And look up my nose. Welcome to Hawaii. It's raining. This sucks.
Turn your light and see.
You ready? Experiment number 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't work.
No.
Experiment number 2. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
Oh, it didn't work. Experiment number 3. Ready? Let's do it backwards. 3, 2, 1.
A little bit, not much.
You know what? It's blinding me.
I'll turn it off then.
No, it's okay. Here's a question from Sparky Jan. You want Sparky? Oh, God, you broke my knuckle! Oh, God. Did you hear that? Oh, yeah, my knuckle! Oh, that hurt so much. Oh. Am I milking it?
Yes.
This tink.
Hey, that looks good. If you hold your hand there, it lights up your face.
For real?
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, really good.
Look.
No.
That lights it up.
Yep. Except for where your eyes covered.
Is this better?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try using the shorter tripod.
What's the difference?
Oh, if you stay right there, that's good, but it's
I
dark.
stay right here.
Okay.
I behave, I promise, okay?
All right.
I don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Oops.
But it is dark. You're shadowy.
Still, baby? Okay, how about this? How that?
Same.
For real? Look! The bloody thing is bright! Look, it's bright! You can see bright! Really? And that doesn't help any?
That's real good right there. No, that's not good either.
Greetings,
Here.
family. Welcome to one of you between.
Put it up there. Over by
That's
you.
not going to do any good! Hold on. Okay, now.
No.
You see?
Get it before it falls and hits you.
No, I don't want to get it.
Get it.
No.
Get it. Let me have it.
Why?
Let me see something.
You know, this looks like a cigar clipper for King Kong. You know those cigar things and they click.
We need a selfie light.
My selfie light, I know.
Not even that.
No, honey, that blinds me. I can't even see you. Where'd you go? Oh my gosh, Jan, there's nothing but dots in front of me now.
I'll
Oh,
hold it like this.
babe, is it nighttime? I see nothing but white dots.
It's not doing anything.
Oh, I'm blinded forever. Blinded by the light. These kids came out.
They want to know, did you just have a seizure?
Jan blinded me.
Oh, now look at me.
Ooh, it's humid. Does that
Yeah.
make a difference?
No, it's really
It's humid out there, ain't it, babe?
Yeah.
These poor kids came to play volleyball and got hit by
Oh, they're
the
doing it now. They're back
by the
again.
storm. Only in Hawaii, you know, it can rain like for a minute or two, and then it just the sunshine comes back out, and that's what causes this place to have a lot of rainbows, quick rainfall showers. They're called blessings. Low tide, you see that?
Mm-hmm. Your arm came in really good. They stick your head out the window and you'd be in the light. Yep. Put your head out there. Perfect.
For real. Hi. How many people we got?
478.
478. We'll get started here. I'm busy.
Quiet, please. We're doing
Quiet,
a UB2B.
quiet on the set. Ready? Action. Take 38.
Now you're totally dark. It got really dark.
I got really dark? What's it good ridiculous? Let me see. Can you do that reverse? No, I can't. Because I can't see myself, can I? How did you do that?
I flipped
Yesterday.
the camera. Flipped it.
You had the camera, and then the next thing I know, I can see myself.
Right.
That
And if
was-
you do that, you have to keep an eye on the chat.
That was spooky. You got moderators to do that.
But they can't
How's
do
that?
some of the
How's that?
stuff.
How's
I
that?
can't
Does
see
that make a
that.
difference? Is that any better?
Yeah. guess.
Yeah?
But I can't see it now.
You can't see it now?
You're cooking.
How about if I move my chair forward like that? Oh my God! Oh! Stop
There you
it! Stop it! My neck already! What if I go forward a little bit, honey? My chair moved forward. I felt like one of those old, people that get on those wheelchairs and it goes up the stairs
Right.
with,
Stair lift.
You want to see it? What? Ready? Okay, let's go up the stairs. You want to? Okay, ready? Yeah, hi. Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Are we missing anybody? Everybody's files came in, right?
Yep.
Thank you. Well, honey.
No, I gotta get rid of some comment here.
Already? We get bad comments already? What do you call me, babe?
What?
What do you call me?
No, they said something about booties.
Booties. Oh. I like the little blue ones that we used to have for our little babies. The little blue booties that we put on on their little feet.
They kicked them off. They didn't like to wear
I
socks.
know, they always kicked them off, didn't they? One time, I saw a sock fly out of the crib. He just kicked it out, our son. And I looked at him and I lifted my hands up and I said, 3 points. It went over the crib. So he looked at me and was shocked. He looked at me and he goes, wow! Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, family. Welcome. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the mic? It's down there. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. I believe it's the 1st, isn't it?
Yep.
The 1st of February. How time goes by, huh? Even when you're not having fun, time goes by. 1st of February 2020, we studied the Iraqi dinar. We're not here to give you a date of this currency that we study as to when it's going to mature. When you bought it, nobody gave you a guarantee, did they? If they did, please let me see it. So consider this to simply be my opinion. I don't offer you a date of when this investment will mature, and I don't offer you a rate. We do offer time frames. I must admit to that we do offer time frames. And I think it's because of the velocity, the dynamics of what we're seeing in Iraq nowadays. It's busy. And it's involving more than just, Iraq and the dinar. It's involving the President of the United States of America, who, in my opinion, and as I told you a while ago, and by the way, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Frank 26. I tend to say things that maybe don't make any sense at that time, or that might rub you the wrong way. But given time, like was that meat tenderizer, A1, like, given time, you can tenderize my opinion, because there's a good chance that what we share with you, you'll see evidence of it in one way or another. And that's not boasting. That's not saying that, we know everything. We certainly don't. We make plenty of mistakes, and when we do, we correct them. But right now, the President of the United States, in my opinion, is getting heavily involved with the country of Iraq. And it started at the very beginning when he became president, that same night. When he had his inaugural ball, that same night, he sent an entourage. His son-in-law led it. Get out there to Iraq that same night. And he got a report that night. What? He doesn't have dinars? What? You missed when he said the U.S. Treasury, America, has $38 billion worth of dinars? Why should we have toilet paper currency in our treasury? Because it's an investment. Just like you've invested in the Iraqi dinar for a windfall. Well, so did our treasury. Shoot, and we do this, like every 10 years. Obama's the one that messed things up. It's been now 17 years, and when you consider that, you got to take away a year in both directions, yeah, that's about how long he was president. You screwed it up for that long. But here we have President Trump. From the day that he became president, he started to divvy up. He started to break apart Iraq's potential, which is oh my goodness! It's you cannot say limitless. You cannot say limitless. So I will. It's limitless. It's huge. They don't have rivers of oil. They've got lakes of oil. NASA, shoot, when they did the topographical surveys of that area, they said, "My God, 70% of your land is covered with oil." No kidding. Everywhere you step out there, ooh, what is that? Oh, it's oil. Oh. Everywhere you smell out there, there's that pungent smell. And it's not just regular oil, right? It's got the highest carbon level. The highest carbon level. It burns. Oh, its proficiency burning is just amazing. You want to utilize all your fuel, don't you? You don't want to waste any energy. And that type of oil. And then another thing, it's on top. I told you step, and it's right there on top of the surface of the sand. It's on top of the surface of the country of Iraq. It's that close to the surface. My gosh, they got pools of it all over the place. So it's easy to get. Oil refineries, they love that. Shoot, let's go. Here's the third thing about that oil. Its viscosity. Its viscosity is so thick. And that's why its carbon contents is so high and burns for incredibly proficiently. And Trump knows that potential. They don't have veins of gold. They have mountains of gold, ladies and gentlemen. Iraq is the only country that I know of on this planet Earth, on this planet, at least on this one, that has that much potential. Yeah. On any subject. Even rare earth minerals. Hello, cell phones. Hello, Mars. These are the things that will protect our astronauts. But anyways, enough of that. My point is that Iraq is so special that last time we were together, what did we say, 16 countries? And then I think that night or the second day you saw the article, there it was. 16 countries, and I told you it'd be more, and it is more, and there shall be more, that have all rallied around a worthless, sanctioned country to say, hey, Iran, what? Get out of there. Mind your own business. Stop messing around. Why? Oh, because you love Iraq so much? No, man, because for years we've been waiting to get in there. We're waiting for them to announce their Article 8. You know how much caca we have invested in that country of Iraq? Not as much as the United States, but still, we got a part of it. So these 16 countries come to the rescue of Iraq, and they point their fingers at Iran, and they say, shame, 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 go away, go away, go away. We don't want nothing to do with you. What? No, we don't. You're going to obey the sanctions of Trump? Well, in actuality, we're obeying our own sanctions against you. Stupid, leave Iraq alone. We're invested in Iraq. You never thought about that, did you, family? I mean, for real. It's a brilliant move of Trump's part. What you do is you use a chess piece, a weaker chess piece, against a stronger chess piece. Because the stronger chess piece does not want to go against the weaker one like a pawn and lose against it. Because the odds are there for it. You have to play the percentages. Well, Iraq is so special. And Iraq is going to make quite a difference for so many countries. But anyways, Iraq right now is going through a prime minister. Yay. And if you remember the last time we were together, excuse me, about 3 times ago, before, when we were together, about 3 times past, we suggested to you, in our opinion, that when the prime minister was finally chosen, intern, permanent, I don't care, give me a prime minister, then that means that you've turned the key at the GOI. You can get in the car and sit there all you want, but you ain't going to go nowhere. You got gas? Mm-hmm. Got oil? Mm-hmm. Got air in the tires? Mm-hmm. Did you turn the key? Mm-mm. Turn the damn key, man. So, by getting a prime minister, to me, it's like getting that turn the key to the government. Sounds good. Yeah. And that sounds good is, selecting a cabinet. Getting their act together, passing laws, doing things for the citizens of Iraq, eliminating Iran's influence. Yeah. And we said that within that time, maybe within that, 30-day period that he has to select his cabinet, that we should see the new small category notes, the new rate. I'm still sticking to it. Do we have Prime Minister today? Sacre-bleu! Yes, we do. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Shaggy. What do we do with him? What, the Prime Minister? Yeah. The one that they just elected? Yeah. The interim one? Yeah. The one that Sadr selected? Yeah. What do we do with him? Yeah. Who's we? What do the citizens of Iraq do with him? Beat him up. Beat him up. Why not? What do you mean beat him up? Isn't that the guy they wanted? Here we go. Hey, y'all remember when we first started talking about the Prime Minister and I said, hey, it's going to be Alawi. Ali Alawi. Okay, write it down. Okay. It wasn't even 24 hours later. Hey, I told you. It was Mohammed Fiat Alawi. Yeah, but they call him Ali. So, I don't know. That's where the mess up it gets. It's confusing, okay? Okay. And then today, who's the Prime Minister? Who's the Prime Minister, Sadr? Mohammed Fiat Alawi. Is that who they wanted? I don't know. We put him in. Good God, this is so confusing. You see, family, it's not the whole country that's protesting. Take note of that. It's not the whole country. That's a pretty outfit, baby. Almost like yours. Almost like yours. You see, gentlemen, that's how you get a second look, at a pretty girl when she walks by. You compliment your wife and you say, oh, gosh, she looks just like you. And isn't that a pretty outfit? She got the same outfit you got on. And then honey looks over and she goes, And then honey finally says, really? You think I look like? Really? Thank you, honey. Oh, you're welcome, honey. And you got that second look, guys. Was that 90-year-old lady that just went by?
No, she was 20-something.
Oh, she was 20-something.
Probably.
You see how you do it? You claim that your vision is blurry. I didn't see anything, babe. Okay. Oh, sure. Thank you.
Nah.
I can't see anything. Where are you, Jen? Oh my God! The humanity! Help me! Take them off of me! I'm scared. I'm getting dizzy. I get dizzy standing on high carpet. So, did it soak in yet? The whole country of Iraq it's not the whole country that's protesting. You see, there are protesters, and then there are citizens of Iraq. Isn't that right, Eddie? Isn't that right, Dad? Yeah. And these protesters They're mainly in the northern part. Well, excuse me. They're in Baghdad mainly, only. That's where you punch in and punch out. To be an official protest. Let me see your card. I am an official Iranian protester. I cause trouble. All right, come on in. They got their own pass cards, I think. I don't know. But somehow or another, they infiltrate the country of Iraq, and they're protesters, and they're causing trouble. Yes, Mohammed Tawfiq Alawi was selected today. And yes, it causes confusion because there's so many different type of protesters. Who you for? I want a Sunni. Okay, you must be Iraqi. Who you for? I want a Shiite. You must be more Iranian. Huh? Who you for? I want Donald Trump. Oh, you must be an Iraqi and Iranian citizen then. But you see all these different type of protesters? They all seem to have their own cause. But they all have the same common cause. They don't want Iran. And some groups want Alawi, some group want Ali, some groups want Muhammad, some want Cassius Clay. I don't know. Take your damn pick.
I got it.
You get the joke?
You
got the joke? Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. Knockout. That was a knockout joke, right?
Mm-hmm. Knock, knock.
I really don't care who they pick. You know why? Can I suggest something? Oh, hold on to something. Hold on to something. May I suggest that it's possible? I'm just... What if this is the guy that maybe is being put into this position as intern, mainly just to fill in the spot so that nobody votes for him in the first place? Huh?
Makes you go,
Enchiladas. What? Enchiladas. We're talking about Iraq. I'm thinking about enchiladas. Because that's pretty hot when you think about it. Okay, bring this guy in. Who's calling the shots? Who's doing this? Who's directing this? Where's my little American flag, Jen? So, okay, bring in this guy. Put him in. A lot of people wanted him. Put him in. He's a Sunni. Put him in. But not everybody wants him. Put him in. Because the real guy we want, we'll make sure he gets put in through a vote. Okay, sounds good. Poor Muhammad. Twice he turned down Mahdi. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. That's illegal. And you think that everybody would love him for it. But not everybody loves him for it. Why? Because Sadr got involved. Sadr? The wicked name? The wicked name of the East and the West? Yeah. What'd Sadr do? Sadr appointed Muhammad Tawfiq Alawi as the prime minister. So, well, who the heck even cares about Sadr? Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, poor Muhammad Tawfiq. Poor Muhammad was minding his own business saying, hey, I support you, EU, I support you. And twice I told Maliki, up yours. Yep, I showed him the finger, the pinky finger. You know what I mean? Gave it to him good, yeah. And, okay, so, great population loves him. Southern part of Iraq isn't even protesting. Northern part isn't protesting. Only Baghdad is protesting. You see, this is the profession. Protesters. And I told you, they get paid, punch in, punch out. And it's important for you to understand right now that the protesters are not the same as the citizens of Iraq. This poor Muhammad guy even came to Washington, D.C. Come on. You forgot? I know what the media's saying. I know what the articles that you're reading. I know what the gurus are saying. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, we got FWAT. And we're all FWAT. No one... That's funny.
Not a bad word.
I didn't say no bad word. So we're all to what? To what? But not. Isn't that a shame? So I hope I'm helping you to understand that not all of Iraq is protesting. Mainly just Baghdad, where they get paid to protest. And the citizens of Iraq, in my opinion, got no problems with Muhammad to Ali. Well, they do now. They didn't before. Especially, homie, you turned the Mahdi down twice, you're my guy. You Shiite, you're my guy. Or, you're a Sunni, you're my guy. All right. Then all of a sudden, Sadr gets involved. Stupid. What do you want? I'm appointing Mohammed to Allah as the interim prime minister. You and who else? I am doing this. Well, then up yours. And you too, Mohammed. What do you mean? I'm with you? No, hey, you're with him now, ain't you? No, I'm not with. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. He put me. I didn't. No, I have nothing to do with this man. I turned down his friend, Mahdi, didn't I? We don't care. We don't trust nobody. And you can't blame the citizens who are not protesting. They're not protesting. They're fighting for their country. That's not protesting. So, I don't care what you want to believe, family. Muhammad Ali, Muhammad T. Ali, Alawi, whatever. I don't care who you want because it doesn't matter. It's just an interim guy. The key thing is that we have a prime minister. And because of that prime minister position, and when you think about it, who put him in that position? Come on. Chalet, did you go and get the name from Trump? Mm-hmm. Did you give it to Sadr? No. Well, why is Sadr giving it to everybody else like he's the one that's claiming that he appointed the prime minister? You know Sadr. Yeah, we do. Does it make more sense now, family? Can you see? I'm asking you before I go any further. And we got Q&A today. Look at this rain. Look at this rain. So we're here for a while. Answer the question. Does it make more sense to you now? With all the phone calls and texts and questions and when I mean, all you gotta do is go look at your notes. I don't change. I don't teeter-totter. I don't wishy-washy. You should have known our position at KTFA. Why go somewhere else and get confused and then come back and ask me about their confusion? Maybe they didn't know the relationship of what happened. It's Sadr who screwed it all up.
They're all saying yes.
Sadr screwed it up because he wants attention. Because he knows his ass is grass. Look what I did. I appointed the one that you wanted. No, you didn't. And if you appointed him, guess what? We don't want him. But that's who you wanted. Not if you touched him. Up yours. We'll pick another one. But I don't know if they're going to pick another one. Where do I find from the president from
Go on.
You know what I'm looking for?
Yeah, and your text message from me.
It's from you. Do I touch this?
Mm-hmm.
I really am so sick. I thought I lived in a land of democracy, of freedom, you know. It feels like a communist country when I watch the television news. NBC, CNN. You got a guy on there by the name of Kukumo. Kuku? Hey, Kukumo. You're disgusting. Your comments are disgusting, which allows me to be just as disgusting to you. I vomit when I see your face, when I see your sarcasm. You can't let it go, can you? And I told you a long time ago, cuckoo head, cuckoo. Hey, cuckoo, I told you a long time ago. I told you a long time ago, Trump will not be impeached. Sent you an email. And they got another guy, also on CNN, Lemon. Talk about a sourpuss. Don, I think is his name. Don Lemon. Yeah, some black gentleman. Also, oh my gosh, you can't let it go, can you? And you go on for hours. You know, Fox fired one of their head commentators because of because of what you guys are doing. I don't know. CNN for some reason has they got some really. I mean, that takes a lot of guts to 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to spew vomit on the President of the United States of America. It didn't matter what we said, the Republicans, because CNN brought in Republicans, their point of view of what happened yesterday. It didn't matter one iota. It did not matter one thing that a Republican said. These Democrats are just so angry. They're so angry. They are spewing venom. They are just... And when I watch the television programs, it just makes me sick. Because I thought I lived in the United States of America. What the media is painting is so one-sided. Democrats, you always come up with your Rubik Cube. It seems like you always have it come up with all the sides matching, the same colors, no matter what. You guys are perfect. And Republicans are horrible. Your Rubik Cube always comes up with all the sides with the same right proper colors for your point of view, for your case. The problem is that you guys are all colorblind. I know it's Q&A, but it's raining. We're stretching it, okay? Does it make sense so far? Can we move on? Oh, I forgot to tell you something important. This Mohammed, let's just call him T. What do you think? That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Do you mind?
Mohammed T. Just call him MTA.
MTA?
Mohammed T. whatever.
MTA. I like that, babe. Okay, so we know that's Mohammed Tawfiq Alawi. Okay, so I forgot to tell you something important on MTA. And you should know this. And if you forgot this, shame on you. Shame on you. You remember, it was just the turn of the year. I don't know. 4 months ago, 5 months ago. This guy, he goes to Washington, D.C., and he does this long lecture on the importance of the Iraqi dinar and the monetary reform. Where did he do it? In Washington, D.C. What? And the Iraqi citizens don't want him? Ladies and gentlemen, the media sucks! Oh, the citizens don't want him, Really? Yeah, whatever you say, media. I'm thinking of the things I want to say, but I'm also thinking of the people that are telling me, shut up. In my opinion, did I say this whole cause in my opinion? The media right now wants you to believe that the Iraqi citizens don't want this guy. Okay. But the media is not explaining to you, like I explained to you, why they don't want the guy they wanted in the first place. You don't give me that bull caca no more, says the Iraqi citizens to people like Sadr. You don't try to kiss my behind and bring me the guy that I wanted and say that you appointed him, because we will reject him. We will, if you breathe, we reject your breath. We don't want nothing to do with you, Iranian influenced people. And Sadr, you're about the last piece of tundra that's left. I was thinking of a different word. Tundra came up. Starts with a T too, and it says tundra. You can't blame the Iraqi citizens for uniting this way. They're fighting not only the Iranians in the government, but the Iranians in the street that are protesting supposedly, for Iraqi citizens. They're not a bunch of. They're just a bunch of thugs. I have fought thugs. Trust me. I told you before, I lived on 91st Street, south side of Chicago, 62, 63, and part of 64. It was 10 blocks away just to get to Phil Shurton grade school where I lived. Each block had a separate, different type of group, a gang. There were the Puerto Ricans, the blacks, the Mexicans, the whites. It just went on every block. Trust me, I know about thugs. I know I know what they do to cause you to pee in your pants. Today, Eddie tells me, Mr. Frank, they cut their heads off in front of us. And they cut their eyebrows off. In front of us. To scare us. But we stand united, Mr. Frank. We know what they're doing. We know who they're putting in. We know why they're putting them in, and that ain't happening no more. And we don't care about the media and CNN and NBC, ABC, and all those people that are lying to you Americans. A divorce, between mom and dad, it's always hard on the kids. It's the hardest on the kids. Because there's a new daddy, there's a new mommy coming in, there's a new person, there's a new Iraq, Iran. It's a divorce. Take your papers and get out of here. And that's why the citizens are chanting in the streets of Iraq, what is it, MTA? MTA is an idiot. You should never hooked up with Sadr. We liked you. You did everything right. Shoot, we picked you. Where's my phone? I forgot about him. This is the only station that I recommend to you. If you don't have it on your television and your cable, call them and yell at them. Tell them to get this. You can get this on YouTube. You can get it online. You can get their app. Owen. One American Nation. It's the only
network.
One American Network. Thank you, sweetheart. See, this is the only outlet that has truth. Quote, a new Iraqi prime minister appeals to the masses, but is rejected by protesters. Now, when you read this, appeals to the masses, the citizens wanted this jerk, but rejected by the protesters. Citizens are not protesters. So of course the protesters said, "Wait a minute, you're putting that guy in, the one that the citizens wanted? Yeah, but he's a Sunni. He's not a Shiite. He's not one of us. Yep, he's not Iranian. No, okay. Well, no, we don't want him." Protesters rejected him. It appealed to the citizens, it says here, huh? Yeah, and there he is shaking hands. How you doing, buddy? What's up? Hey, all right. New Prime Minister, MTA, appealed to down throttle Iraqis for their support. Oh, how humble. Yeah, you see already, huh? For their support on Saturday, hours after his appointment by President Chalet. Wait a minute. President Chalet appointed him? That's what it... But the media is telling us that Sadr is the one that appointed him. Yeah, Sadr's full of caca. Sadr doesn't hold a position in the government. Sadr has no say whatsoever. Sadr's gone. Sadr's a dead man, walking zombie. Oh, well then it matches what you're saying, Frank. Yeah. Hours after he was appointed by the real guy that appointed him was Chalet. But the protesters were already rejecting the head of the government as a stooge of the political elite. Ali, or MTA, or MTA. We picked you. What are you doing talking with them guys? I didn't talk to nobody. And the poor guy is caught in a crossfire. In Baghdad and other cities, demonstrators in Baghdad and, oh, hello, look at that. In Baghdad and where? Southern cities. I just noticed that. What I just tell you? They ain't protesting anywhere except in Baghdad and maybe a little bit in the south. That's it. In Baghdad and southern cities, demonstrators who have camped out for months. Demonstrators who have camped out for months. Oh, yeah, clock in, clock out, get into the tent, come back out. These are citizens who have camped out for months demanding the removal of Iraqi's ruling class and had succeeded in toppling the outgoing prime minister, chanted, "We reject Alawi," and held posters of his face with a red cross across his face. Chalet appointed Alawi after stumbling lawmakers from rival parties had failed for 2 months to decide on a successor of Abdul Mahdi, who resigned in November during mass unrest. Yeah. Alawi has 1 month to form a government. Let me see, 30 days. Inside that 30 days, it's possible that we believe that they could. He has 1 month to form a government and will lead it until he will lead the government. Okay. Until interim. Until early elections are held. Early elections, citizens got that too. For which there is no date. So don't ask me when they're going to have the elections. The former communication minister will likely get stuck between parties vying for cabinet posts, prolonging the political deadlock. And it goes on, and it's really good. This sucker's long. It goes on forever. There's a divorce, Iraq, ain't it? From Iran, right? And you're taking over. You're now the new sheriff in your own town, right? That's very good. That's extremely good. Some of you in Iraq like, MTA. Some of you don't. But Sadr is supporting Alawi. Isn't that right, citizens? Yeah. And that rubs you the wrong way, doesn't it, citizens? Yeah, it sure does. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what happens with 5 things. Boy, it comes out very slowly.
Because the ice is blocking it.
It's light water. Deuteronium. H3O. So, 5 things. I want to see if the President of the United States of America backs away from MTA. I wish we could say MAT, from Matt. From Matt. I want to see. You write this down. I want to see if the President... I would write it down. So that you can see it.
Careful, there's somebody coming at you.
Scared me. God bless him.
You expected him to go, KTFA!
No.
Yeah, they got raincoats on.
Holy cow, baby, it's still raining out there.
I
The
know.
plane. I like how all the girls gather together and all the guys gather together. It must be a virus. Okay. I shouldn't make fun of viruses. And where we're at, we're surrounded by. You know what the number one population is that visits Hawaii?
Chinese.
Japanese and Chinese, yeah.
Asian.
Asians. We're not going to go to Chinatown this year, are we, babe?
Probably not.
Well, you know what? I do have to go that one time for business for me.
Mm.
What's the matter? Is it late? You got an appointment?
No.
You got to go?
It says you need to step 250 more steps this hour. So get working.
You and your step machine. Some like Halloween. Some don't. But the fact that Sauter is showing support for MAT or MTA, that's just rubbing the citizens the wrong way. So there's 5 things that I want to pay attention to see if the support for MTA exists. I think it does. The man is good. The man was wanted by the citizens. The man is a Sunni. The man's been doing some things already before he was appointed prime minister for the citizens. The man went to Washington, D.C. and said, we need a monetary reform. We need a currency with value. So you see, I ain't giving up on him. I'm not wishy-washy. It's the media who has tricked you and lied to you. And boy, have I been wanting to talk to you today. Let's see how President Trump reacts to this MTA, okay? All right. I know what the ambassador of the United States said this morning about him. I want to know what Trump says. Number 2, I want to see what our military does inside of Iraq to support or not support this prime minister. Number 3, I want to see what the United Nations has to say about this new interim prime minister. Number 4, I want to see if there's any financial differences that are made with Iraq financial institutions now that he is the prime minister. And number 5, there's something going on with gold. I want to talk to you about it more, but I'm not ready. So just simply put that number 5, we're studying and following gold. You can do the same thing too. You may not know exactly what we're looking for yet, but on Monday, I pray that on Monday I'll be ready to talk to you a little bit more about it. Are these 5 signing off from MTA? Or are these 5 showing the support still to MTA? Time is going to tell us a little bit more about this prime minister. And besides, he's not one that's going to stick around forever. Sauter said, hey, MTA is forever. He's the permanent one. Which even pissed off the citizens even more. You don't tell the citizens what their vote is going to be. Stupid. The days of you ruling Iran are over. So did we give this MTA a quick sign off? Bye-bye. We don't want you because now the citizens don't want you? I don't know. I don't think so. And I hope not. And will he become the next prime minister voted in? It's up to you, citizens. No one else. The Fab Four, President, the Fab Four as we know it. And who is the Fab Four? Come on, hit me one more time with them. I call it America, the President of the United States of America, the IMF, the World Bank, and the United States Treasury. Let's include another one, not as part of the Fab Four, but in this picture, that would be the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America and the United Nations and a handful of other countries, but mainly the U.S. and the UN, they got their behinds invested in Iraq. And you think they were going to lose our behinds to anybody? Anybody, let alone Iran? No. We have a great interest in Iraq, as you know, the United States of America, and so does the United Nations. But this country of Iraq, this divided country, I mean, one minute you want that guy as the prime minister, next thing you don't. It's okay. Look, whatever you want, we understand. Why you don't want him? You got rubbed the wrong way. He's being supported by Iranian influence, and you think that he's sucking up to them. I don't think he is. And citizens, I think you're going to be okay with this guy. Shoot, I think you'll end up electing him as your prime minister when it's all said and done. Just chill. This divide in your country, Iraq, needs to be united. You need a leader. In the 60s, the black people had Martin Luther King. You guys need a leader. In fact, and now in this age, the black people need a leader. Your country is too divided. The problem is that you have too much religion division. There's too much religion division that gives multiple opinions of all your different people in your country. The GOI is forming for the citizens now, not for Iran any longer. And the Fab Four, the United States of America, have too much invested in this country to allow a simple thing like the prime ministership to get messed up. The United Nations, the United States of America have a lot of money in Iraq, and we ain't going nowhere without it. This money will not go to waste either. We have been in Iraq for years for a reason, on purpose. Our roots ain't going nowhere. Our roots are deep in Iraq. So I don't care really what Sadr has to say, what Chalet has to say, and the new prime minister. I don't care. I don't care, but I greatly care that the President of the United States of America makes the correct moves. That are coming up next, and they may involve removing completely Iran. It may involve bringing in 16 or more countries, especially Israel. It may involve a lot of gold. Yeah, it may involve a lot of things. Look here, family. I wanted to give you my little presentation, which I just did. And I'm sorry again, like always. I always do it. I overdo it. I overdo it, don't I? Am I totally dark again?
No, the sun just keeps blaring.
That better?
It's dark.
These 2 pages contain the information about gold. I went into our team chat on Friday with the premium people, and I popped in, I think, 3 or 4 times, and I laid some information, planted seeds, asked you to think about it. But I don't know if we're ready to talk to you about gold yet. So, let's now turn our attention to our questions that the family has posed to us. Frank, static on the sound now.
And they said it sounds good now.
That was 3 minutes ago, it says, though.
I don't.
Are you sure it's static? It's all gone? Maybe we still have a little bit of it left. What's NVM?
Never mind.
Is that what that means? NVM? Never mind. I like the one that says BRB.
Be right back.
Be right back. That's cute. All right, so what we got? 41 questions. Claire, I told you to stop at 30. What did we tell her to stop at?
50.
50? Okay. She's probably going, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're going to break my neck again, girl.
No, just give him a different
You,
view.
a different view? Too bad we can't get that over there. If that guy would get out of the way, you could see it. That's Diamond Head family. Do you see it? Can you zoom in on it, babe?
Oops. Oh, it's right where he's at.
Is it really?
Here, we're going to go.
In the way. Get out of the way. Right. Where is it? Right.
If I honk the horn, he'll move.
Damn it. You want me to move him out of the way? Move. You move.
Can I honk? Oops. I'm zoomed in here. Hold on. Zoom back out. Okay.
We had it happen again. Oh, by the way, the optometrist that called and wanted information about macular degeneration with the product that me and Will... Boy, Jen, I got to look up that.
I'm sorry.
With the product that me and Will represent. Please, sir, get back with us. I lost your phone number. I lost your text. Golly, baby girl, get this... I don't want to do it no more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Things busted. Oh, that's perfect. Is that good?
Yeah, you're still dark. Oh, too close.
No?
Too close.
Too close.
Wait, right here, you're in the light.
Right here?
No, more. Come towards me. Not there, right here.
Okay, hold on. Ready? I gotta get on my electric chair again. Ready? Oh, I just squashed myself.
It's still dark.
I'm really squashed. How is it possible that
But you
this is
gotta
so...
get right under the front windshield.
What happens if you put the camera right here?
It's unstable. It's too tall.
Watch this.
No, I can't see if it's in the like that.
Oh, you have to get over here and see.
I can't see. I'd have to literally put my head inside the windshield.
Technical difficulties. One moment, please. Oh, you can't put your head right here, no? I guess not, huh?
It's too close. It's still dark.
Hey, you wanna go outside? No, it's humid out there in a bit. Don't make no never mind, babe. They don't care what I look like. Well, you finished with that. I'm gonna start reading the questions, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have like about 45 of them. And our first question from MPW. How many people do we have, by the way?
1.1.
MPW is asking the question. Angel One said that he shared some exciting news with you. Actually, yeah, okay. With you. Can you share with us more about the gold movement and more of what Angel One told you, please? I took the first steps tonight to express my opinion on a lot of subjects, from the Prime Minister to the seed that we planted about gold. And I'm just going to reference back to that, if you don't mind. I think I've said enough about the gold. But like I said, I do have this, and I'm thinking that maybe at the end of our program, I might read this. Yeah. Because it would give you more understanding of what we found. So I hope that answers your question, MPW. Question number 2 from BF Ken. You have led the family along with your teams with viable opinions that in very short time have become factual. Oh, I ain't making this up. This is for real. Look. You see? Somebody said something nice about me. I got a new, what's those letters here?
BFF. BFF.
BF. I got a new BFF, Jen. Yeah. In fact, his name is, babe, look, it says BF Ken.
Yeah.
It does say that.
Space Ken.
No, best friend, he says. He's my BFF, mine too, he says. You see? He says, have you led, he says, you have led the, I just want to read it a second time, okay? So I can enjoy the moment, bask in the moment of someone's appreciation. Yeah. I'll take my time reading it. Have you led, remember Iggy from Taxi? What is it? What do you hey, Iggy, what do you do when you get to a red
light?
No, what do you do when you get to a yellow light? And the other guy kills the answer. You slow down. Oh, what do you do when you get to?
And he said, slow down.
Slow down. Anyways, you have led the family along with teams with viable opinions that in very short time have become factual. With that said, I thank you. So, in your opinion, Frank, with the Chalet announcing Muhammad Alawi as the soon-to-be temporary, that's an important point, as the soon-to-be temporary prime minister, how much does it appear to be an acceptance with the citizens as their second preferred choice? Was it their second? It's actually their first. But the moment that they found out that he made buddy with Sadr, in which in reality he didn't. It's Sadr who stuck his buddy butt into the picture and said, I appointed him. No, you didn't. Chalet appointed him. But still, it take a little spark. A little spark is enough to light a dry forest. And that was enough. Anything that got him close to Sadr or to Iran, it just angered the citizens. Now they don't want nothing to do. You contaminated him. She was a virgin. Stupid. It doesn't appear at acceptance with the citizens as their second preference choice of Pulse. K-A-T, cat. Gotta make sure I say that right. Pulse cat says, since MTA resigned from his Maliki.
You're spinning. Hold on, it might shut down.
We're spinning. Ask the family, because sometimes it might just spin, babe. You be drinking water right now?
Something went wrong. It's spinning.
Remember last time you hit again to
Bad connection.
And they can't post?
They said it's okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah, they can.
Back. Mine's still spinning.
Okay, I know how they can tell us, babe. What was it that I said last time? 27, yeah. 26 plus 21 is what? What's the answer? And then that way we'll know if our chronology is together.
26 and 21.
They already said it? 26 plus 1.
47.
Oh, they answered it? Oh, you can hear me then.
I
Here we
hear
go.
you crunching ice too.
You can hear me crunching ice. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Now they're saying 27. Nope, that's wrong.
Okay. That means they can hear us. So, what number did we leave off? Excuse me.
4.
I think it wasn't 4. Was no, number 3. From Holt's Cat. Says since MTA resigned from his position in protest against Maliki sectarian agenda and political interference, why wouldn't he be a good possibility for the USA to work with? Who's that? Polscat. Polscat. Well, that's kind of what we presented, huh? He is a good one to work with. He does want to work with the citizens, but he's been contaminated. He's been contaminated. Because Iran said it and says he's been appointed by no. Okay. So yeah, to answer your question, I asked the same question. Question number 4: do you believe that the CBI may want to wait for the Prime Minister to complete his cabinet? Already revalued. They're now reinstating. So do I believe that the CBI may wait for the Prime Minister to complete his cabinet? No lie to you. Of course it'd be nice. I mean, you're going to put on a pair of pants? Please put on a nice shirt too. Okay? Nobody wants to see that hair. No, I better leave that alone. So yeah, it'd be nice. Do we need it? No. Do they have to, one follow suit from the other? No. They're independent, right? But this is a unique situation. It's not like saw each other for the first time and fell in love. The CBI and the GOI have had a long relationship. They know damn well what they have to do is stop BS and get both sides going together at the same time, okay? It's that simple. But do they have to wait for each other? How many men, after being married for 50, 60 years, do you still see them opening the door to their wives? Open the door to their wife to go into a door, into a building, or to go into a car. You get your own door. At that age, you know what I'm saying? The CBI and the GOI have been together so long, they don't need to be told what's proper. And I pray that even at this age, I still open the door for my wife. Because I know it's proper. Don't I, babe?
Yep.
I even opened the door to the revolving doors, you know? Yeah. I push it. I show it, don't I? Move! Question number 5 from Kid. It's not what's about to happen, but what has already happened and is scheduled to happen again and again. Can you explain? Now, you see, you're kind of cheating because that's all in team chat. Supposed to leave it in there. But yeah, if I tell you this, then remember that this process may be happening a lot until it's completed. Question number 6, again from Kid. What is the final stop for gold? I don't understand the question. What do you mean? I know what you're asking, but you got to ask me the question properly, okay? You're asking me, what is the final stop for gold? But you're not asking the question properly. The answer is the CBI. But don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to say any more, okay? Question number 7 from Tim S. Frank, from your discussion with Walking Stick Delta and teams, in your opinion, with today's Prime Minister announcement, will the 30-day window reference in Walking Stick's text to you be starting now? Yes. That's a good yes. Start today. 1. And it's interesting how they picked it at the beginning. Somebody timed that, Somebody announced it on the 1st of February. Question number 8 from Marlo. Now that the Prime Minister glitch is out of the way, do you, Delta and Angel One, concentrate only on the CBI's action? CBI, Marlo, I don't know how long you've asked that question, Marlo, because it was sometime last summer where I told the family in one of our conference calls. You see, because I know what our sessions are about. You know, some people call them war rooms. We call them skull sessions, and we statement was that our teams are only concentrating right now on the CBI. I don't know if you all remember that. And it still is. I don't care about the GOI. Heck, I see. Have you noticed what we did? Premium with Delta? Of course you have. I think he completed a week today. Every night, Delta has been coming in, hasn't he? Midnight shift. Midnight, right around 11 midnight Eastern Standard in our premium. If you're not a member of KTFalways.com, shame on you. Give me the phone number, Tank. Oh, write this phone number down. You need help being a member of our forum? You need help being a member of premium inside of our forum? That's $10 a month. You don't have to belong to it. Every Monday we recap everything anyways. But premium does offer many other things as well too. But if you need help being a member of KTFalways.com, you signed up, but you didn't get the email because you forgot to look in your trash bin. You signed up, but then you went right in and used your username and password, and it froze your email because it tells you in the instructions, wait 24 hours to get our email, and your reasons. You need help? Write this phone number down. Here we go. The phone number is 440-296-2333. Once again, 440-296-2333. His name is Steve. He's one of our admins. Steve goes by the username Purifier, and he'll be glad to help you out. If you can't get a hold of him, what's my phone number? 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. Marlo, now that the PM glitch is out of the way, do you and Delta and Angel One concentrate only on the CBI? Yes, man, we still are, and we still have, and we still shall, because that's where we're going to see it first. And then you're going to hear it announced by the GOI. Question number 9 from Happy. Happy to be. That's cute. In your opinion, is the new temporary prime minister prepared to grab the baton and run to the CBI? Good question. Yes. Because in my opinion, his brass is well polished. It took a long time. But in my opinion, every individual that is being put in positions in the CBI and GOI were specially carved and made for that position by the United States of America. Question number 10 from Tom's Runner. Tom's Runner. Frank, in your opinion, do you feel, by the way, going back to Happy, good question. Question number 10 from Tom's Runner. Frank, in your opinion, do you feel that we are still headed in a positive way for all of us? Indeed. You're certainly not headed in a negative way. The only way that would be negative, remember the old example I gave you? If you swim halfway across the English Channel and halfway you say, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to swim back. Come on, man. It's the same distance to finish, okay? So, you asked me, do I believe that with this new interim, or excuse me, Frank, in your opinion, do you feel that we are still headed in a positive way for all of us? As long as we don't turn back halfways. And that scenario, that possibility, that reality has already come and gone. It was the 8 years of Obama. Question number 11 from Nico, Necco. from Nico 28. Frank, do you believe the interim prime minister is the bridge to get them to their elections peacefully? Yes, good question. Yes. Socks, then shoes, right? We needed the interim, right? Okay. In order to get to that vote. And what about the vote? It's going to be early elections too. The citizens got that as well too. So, do I believe that the interim prime minister is the bridge to get them to their elections peacefully? Yes, to get the final prime minister put in, and it might be the same guy. I hope so. I like this guy, and I want this guy. If this guy told Maliki, "Up yours," I'm not hurting the citizens. If this guy goes to Washington D.C., and by the way, twice he resigns and tells Mahdi, "Up yours," or Mahdi, yeah, Mahdi. And Maliki, but Mahdi. No, I like this guy. I want this guy. And the citizens do too. And you do too. You just don't know it. Because of the stupid media. What would it be like on the internet if Frank 26 did not exist? All honor and glory to God. I'm not giving myself any glory. I'm just saying that what if this position, what if KTFA, there you go, did not exist?
A lot of lost people.
But there'd be a lot of lost people, Jen, that would give up. We serve a purpose that is not of this world. I like that. From Man. and then MAN, from MN Man. To me, it looks like Eddie. It looks like Eddie's banker's friend might be correct when he said a few weeks ago that it won't happen until March. What do you think? I think that the possibility is there, but I'm not wishy-washy. And I don't think that I'm going to go back on my word. And if I was wrong on what I suggested, I was wrong. But I'm not going to coward my way out of it. So you ask me, what do I think about the fact that March is next month? I think that guy might have a good, legit reason in what he's saying. I think his intel might be better than ours. I think his opinion might be better than ours. But what happens if it happens next week? I'll never know how you feel about that, will I? Question number 13 from Greg H. When exactly does the 30-day start? Naming of the Prime Minister, seating, naming of the COM. Now, today. 14. Question number 14 from Kayak Man. Frank, do you think that this could be the plan? Nominate the citizen's second choice. So there's... Oh, you son of a gun. My teams would be proud of you, Kayak Man. Shoot, you should have a seat with us because, yeah, in fact, I introduced this tonight, didn't I? You're asking me, do you think that this could be the plan? You know, nominate the citizen's second choice is actually the first choice. So their first choice, Ali, would be elected as the permanent prime minister in the next election. Well, Kayak Man, congratulations, because that's something that we considered and brought it up yesterday in our skull sessions and decided that we would share it with you as a possibility, because if it was true, it would be a hell of a move. It would be a brilliant move. Oh man, go out there and take the first bullet. No, go out there and take the first bullet. No, bullets hurt. Take it. And then I gave you 5 criteria to look at, except for one that I will tell you more about later, maybe tonight. And those 5 criteria would have a lot in answering your question, okay? Question number 14 was from Kayak Man. Good question. Question number 15, Hammy. Is this newly elected Prime Minister of the transitional government the one that starts the approximate 30-day clock? Yes. In your opinion, to the RI? Yes. Oh, to the RI. Well, it's what we hope that within those 30 days, once they appoint the new Prime Minister, whether it be an interim, whether it be a permanent, I don't care. We got a Prime Minister. Okay? All right. And either one is fulfilling the cabinet. Now, the guy that's right there right now, what cabinet is he going to pick? You think he's going to pick his own cabinet? It's temporary. Well, I wanted my cousin to take that place. Dog catcher? Yeah. Head of dog catcher? Yeah. Can we have him there? Okay. I'm sure he's got his input. I'm sure he does. But I'm also sure that he's working with the powers that put him in that position to make sure that they got the best that they can for that government, the best cabinet that they can for that government. That's what I think. I think that MTA is a good guy, and I think he'll work with the United States as much as the stain has been put on him. He doesn't deserve that stain. And I pray that with time, maybe the citizens will realize this as the protesters are removed. Question number 16 from Siren Fire. Siren Fire must be a firefighter. Frank, in your opinion, is the environment right for the reinstatement with the public acceptance of Alawi as transitional Prime Minister? Yes, again, like I said, I don't care. Permanent, intern, temporary, un poquito, whatever it may be. It's the Prime Minister. And if it's an interim one, he's working with the powers to be put in the right cabinet. And if it isn't the interim, and if it is the one that's finally elected, the chances are even better. Right? Question number 17 from Doc K. Alawi has 30 days to pick his cabinet. Are we waiting for Alawi to have a complete cabinet? No. Question number 18 from CB Golden. If we exchange at American banks, do the dinars go to the United States Treasury? Based on this, where is it? Based on this, smells like gold, doesn't it? Based on that, on your question and what I might share tonight when we say goodbye, how many people do we have?
1.1.
Still 1.1.
We've lost them.
You've lost them. Yeah, but more than likely, no, we won't give it. If we get to 1.5, then we give it. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah. How's that, you guys? Call your mother! Wake her up! Get her on the phone! So the question, which is a very good one, by the way, and based on what I might give you, you might understand my answer better. If we exchange at American banks, do the dinars go to the United States Treasury? No. Okay. The question is if you go to if you go to an American bank, yeah. Let's say you live in northwestern the United States, you go to Key Bank. Let's say you go to Key Bank and you exchange your dinars. Key Bank then gives you American currency, electronic or physical. Then they take those dinars and they send them to the United States Treasury, who by then has a new exchange rate. They can give their banks that value in exchange for American dollars. Let's say that you go to a satellite bank. And we talked about those in depth, didn't we? And you happen to go into a bank that represents the CBI here in America, and you exchange them What is that bank going to do? I mean, it's an American bank, but it has an association with a satellite bank, a satellite institute, whatever it may be, next to it that represents the CBI. And you go into that bank and you exchange your dinars. Well, that bank, even though it follows American banking laws, has the ability to send that currency back to the CBI. Now, what about the ones that you exchange here in American banks? At Key Bank, Wells Fargo, no, well, Bank of America, Chase Manhattan, any other bank. What they do is then they got to deal with the U.S. Treasury for the exchange rate. The satellite bank doesn't. It just sends it straight back because they're in relationship with them. They get their spread. They get their profit in another way. So the United States Treasury then does what with that dinar? This is so deep. It's not complicated, but it is so deep in venues of making money. Look, watch this. We got 35 billion American dollars worth of dinars in our treasury right now that are worthless. And yet, our treasury is about to absorb billions and billions of Iraqi dinars from American banks where American citizens will exchange them. And those billions and billions of dinars will be sent to the United States Treasury, which in turn will multiply logarithmically because of a new exchange rate into billions and billions and billions more on top of the 35 billion dinars worth of $35 worth of dinars that we already have in our treasury. Yeah, how special Iraq is in its potential. And they can back all of it up and even more. Double it. We got it covered. Oh yeah, no. I mean, now granted, it may not be out in its future, but still, it's there. The potential is real. Their assets are real. They can cover their assets. Oh my goodness. So I hope I answered your question for number 18. Where does it go? Now, the United States, what would it do? They use that currency. It's foreign currency. We're going to use it. Like they use it in their auctions. We're going to use it to make money with it, to pay bills with it. What else could the U.S. Treasury do with that money, by the way? Who's asking this? CB Golden. What else could they do with it? Hey, U.S. Treasury. What? You want to turn those dinars into petrodollars so you can buy oil from Iraq? No. No, we USA, we got plenty of oil. Oh, okay. You wanna turn them into? No, we just want money. Okay. They could do a lot of things. They could turn it into oil vouchers. They could turn petrodollars. They could turn it into just gold. They could turn it into anything they wanted. But that's the whole point. American banks will recycle those dinars and make money from it again. Question number 19 from DL Dampley from Dampley. If this temporary prime minister can pick the cabinet, does it mean when the election comes and they pick another prime minister, does the new prime minister have to keep the cabinet and temporary prime minister picked? I think I already answered that. I don't care if it's a temporary one, a permanent one. They're all working with who? Daddy, to get the right choice in the cabinet. As far as Parliament goes, it's up to you citizens. Pick them. But be careful. Be careful. Let's make sure that you pay attention to Daddy. Because I don't think Daddy's going to allow any more Iranian influence to sneak in through Parliament. I don't know how, when, where, or what. But I bet you there'll be one hell of a filtration system for Parliament. Question from Doc K. Was that his name, Doc K? The optometrist?
He can give his username.
The question from Doc K. Wouldn't stability and security criteria be met with an elected prime minister, not a traditional stability? Is going to be met the moment that you have a prime minister. But we got a prime minister and they're all out there protesting. The protesters from Iran are protesting because the media tells you the citizens are pissed off. To a degree they are because of what Sadr, stained them with. But in reality, it's Iran that's more pissed off, I think, than the Iraqi citizens will. Citizens will eventually, and I think they'll be okay. The wound will heal. But with Iran, it ain't going to heal. You didn't get what you wanted, man. You guys got screwed big time. And when Iraq figures it out, Iraqi citizens figure out that the protesters got screwed over big time, I think we'll be okay. Question number 21 from Jim in Vegas. In your opinion, do you think that Daddy had an input into the prime minister nomination? Well, after tonight's conference call, all in my opinion, the answer better be yes. Question number 22 from Elaine. Can you share with us any updates from Walking Stick? No, Elaine. Question number 23 from BF Kent. My best friend again, John. My best friend again. He missed me. From BF Kent. When we make it to the island, in your opinion, are you really going to share all that delicious food? Love all you have educated me on. Oh, isn't he kind? Is he the guy that drives the bus?
Mm-hmm. And he sang a song.
And he sings a song. He sang us a song and he sent it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You better believe I will. We actually started to do a cooking show. Remember that? Remember? I don't have the time. I wanted to. We did it for about what? Taco meat we made. Salsa we showed them how to make. Guacamole I think we made one time. Oh, shoot. We cook you up big feast. Jan, there's no way I can show them.
West Side, and we went to see a family that we've known for years, and he was on Frank's YouTube. You'll remember him. His name was Leo, and he talked stories.
For him, for me. Well, except at Cedar Point when they gave me that little gummy bear and I put it on the hook and I threw it in the little pond they had there and I did catch a trout or a minnow or something, remember?
Minnow.
Yeah, whatever.
And we had some huli chicken that you saw yesterday on YouTube. And while we were waiting, we kept watching for the pole to bend, and the pole bent on Frank's side. So he jumped up and started to reel it in, and he caught a fish. He caught a huma huma nuka nuka.
No, it was about half a foot. No, it was about 1 foot. There was a foot at least.
Yeah, it was a foot. Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish, yeah.
And then we brought it up, washed it off so we could see it, and I was just happened to be way.
He actually looked back at us when we threw him in the water, me and Leo. And he looked back and then he swam. Yeah, huma huma, beautiful fish, state fish. But yeah, I'll take you into the mountains. And we'll pick the lemongrass and the garlic. Then we break it in half and we can use the milk and the water from the coconut to throw in the fish or the lobster that we catch. I'll go out with my spear gun. And what are the citizens saying about Mohammed Alawi being the prime minister? Irene, that was what this whole show is about. So he has to select his cabinet that we would